We made it. Hello, everyone. My name is Barbara Billions from Gippsland Promotions. Here today in my lovely, lovely bedroom, because where else would you rather zoom in from? I'm here today all frocked up. I feel like I've outdressed a lot of people. But hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here. The life of the party has arrived. Got the diamonds. I'm feeling a little bit like Marilyn Monroe at the moment. But I'm going to start you off by letting go a little bit, letting loose, because I feel like everyone's a little bit tensioned up. And I feel like Barbs is the perfect person to get you all going. So I'm just going to jump up and move my chair. I'm going to give you a quick boogie, and then I'm going to let you all go. But see if I can get it. Woo! Quick boogie. But I am so excited to be here. I hope you all love me, because I will love you. And oh my God, I'm so excited to be here. You don't even know. But unfortunately, Barb's decided to get her teeth whitened the 2 days before the event, which means I can't eat anything other than white food. So I'm having a lemonade tonight. But for anyone else, make sure you grab yourself the Startup Gippsland themed lovely mocktail or cocktail, depending on how you're feeling. If you want to get a little bit up tonight, who wouldn't? But guys, make sure you do all the social media, tag at Startup Gippsland, and oh, I forgot the hashtag, but let me quickly check that. But yeah, make sure you use all the social media, promote how much fun you've had tonight. I would love to see it. You can tag me too at Gippsland Promotions. But I cannot wait to see all of the lovely, lovely speakers tonight and the keynote speaker, Sally Jones. So let's get started. I'm going to let you all go. I love you all. Mwah, 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 and I'll see you all later.
What an act to follow. Thanks very much, Barbara Billions. My name's Luke Marshall, and I'm proud to be the host of the Startup Gippsland online pitch night for 2021. Before we get started, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this land, the Gurnai Kurnai people, the traditional owners of the land on which we are gathered, and pay my respects to their elders, both past and present, and emerging leaders. So, not what we expected in terms of a pitch night tonight, but the show must go on. And I feel like there's a metaphor in there for the way the startup world works. You adapt, you pivot, you change and work out the tech despite challenging circumstances. And I feel like despite this night being online, all of our founders have definitely been through this journey already. We're very proud to be sharing this night with you. The founders, we did a dry run earlier today, and they're all jumping out of their seats to share their startups and stories and pitch to you. And we'd love to thank the program partners that support this program. The Startup Gippsland program has now been running for over 3 years. Thank you to the Shires, the Baw Baw Shire, the East Gippsland Shire, LaunchVic, the Australian Government Department Industry of Science, Energy and Resources, South Gippsland Shire, Wellington Shire, Latrobe Valley, where I'm from, Latrobe Valley Authority, Gips Tech, the mentors. There's a lot of work that goes into this program that helps nights like these happen. We've got guest facilitators, we've got speakers, we've got interns and programs, and we'll do a big round of thank yous at the end of the evening as well. But the biggest thank you to CommBank as they help sponsor this night, and we're very appreciative of the work that goes in to help enable something like this. So again, my name's Luke Marshall. I'm your host for the evening, and I'm about to hand it over to a video from one of the mayors from one of our shires, Mayor Sharon Gibson. She's recorded a video to share a message with everyone, and we'll just cue it up and hit play on that shortly. And after that, we will jump into the pictures.
Today on the traditional land of the Braikalong people of the Gunai Kurnai Nation, and pay respect to their elders past and present. I would also like to acknowledge other elders present with us tonight. Good evening, I am delighted to welcome you to the Startup Gippsland 2021 Tech Startup Skills Program Final Pitch Showcase. It is with great pleasure I join you this evening representing Latrobe City Council along with the other 5 local Gippsland Shire councils. This past year has provided more than its fair share of challenges for us all. For the 13 founders who have completed the program, I congratulate you on having the courage to complete this chapter of your business journey. When you could not be blamed for shelving your idea, during times of such uncertainty, you have shown that with determination, discipline and focus, you can achieve great things. You have been equipped with the tools and knowledge to take your business to new heights. I truly encourage you to take the lessons and skills that you have learned on this journey and continue to be curious, brave, and follow your passion towards achieving your dreams. All of this would not have been possible without the team at Startup Gippsland. Despite the challenges of the pandemic, the team has demonstrated resilience in adapting the program. This commitment, unwavering passion, and above all, dedication has ensured ongoing growth and success of our region's entrepreneurs to enable them to develop, launch, or grow their businesses. I look forward to each of you showcasing your achievements and wish you all the very best on your ongoing business journey.
Thank you, Mayor Gibson. Very great words, and a lot of work has gone on behind the scenes to help envisage a project like this, and testament to the team for adapting and working things out as we go. Now, probably the most exciting part of the night in terms of kicking off and getting to the main scheme of things. We're going to have our first 5 pitches coming up, and we've got a brave founder who is going to kick us off and go first. So can I get your rounds of applause ready to introduce our first founder for the evening for our Startup Gippsland Pitch Night 2021. Her name is Jane Barr, and her startup is Anchor Forest Therapy Walks. So over to you, Jane. Good luck.
Hello, my name is Jane Barr, and I'm the founder of Anchor Forest Therapy Walks. The world today is becoming more urbanised and people are less active. According to the World Health Organization, stress is the health epidemic of the 21st century and contributes to many forms of chronic illness. A survey of people living in South Coast Gippsland identified their main issue of concern as mental health. People are stressed about money, work, relationships, the future, and COVID. It's estimated that 1/3 of residents will be diagnosed with anxiety and depression in their lifetime. We have known for centuries that walking in forests is good for us. Science is now backing up what we've known intuitively. Forest therapy is a way of balancing our modern lifestyle with time in nature. Beginning in Japan in the 1980s, it is now recognized internationally as a preventative public health practice that is affordable, effective, and evidence-based. Research over the last 30 years confirms that trees and plants emit bioactive chemicals, which have many benefits for our physical and mental well-being. My role as a forest therapy guide is to lead you on a walk where you can slow down and connect more deeply with the environment around you. I do this by offering simple exercises and activities which engage all your senses and your natural curiosity. I invite you to look, listen, breathe, explore, touch, create, rest, be present. These words describe how people felt after a recent walk. To date, I've led 5 walks for 26 people in a variety of locations for a period of either 2 or 3 hours. The cost per person for a 2-hour walk is $40, with concessions and group discounts available. The spring calendar of walks is now being finalised and will be launched in October, offering 2 locations in South Gippsland, one coastal and one rural. Other sites will be added as resources allow. Contact me via email or website and join me for a forest therapy walk to rejuvenate your body, mind and spirit. Thank you.
Well done, Jane. You can tell that startup was worked on hard during the winter because it looks like you're ready to spring into action.
I am, yes.
We've got some questions from the judges, and I thought I'd kick off by firing one at you. This is from the judges. Ready? Love this, Jane. Congrats. Great start. Always hard being first. How much will you be charging? Well, I think you answered that question, but maybe you could talk to that a bit.
Yes. For a 2-hour walk, it's $40, and for a 3-hour walk, it's $50. But there are concessions and group discounts available.
Excellent answer and well prepared. The next question from the judges was, have you considered going online to offer this service?
I have thought about doing self-guided walks using an audio, similar to what you might have in an art gallery or that. So yes, we're doing some research into that possibility.
Excellent. And I guess, this is a start and things can keep going from there. Got any plans to scale beyond South Gippsland, Jane?
Look, I would like to eventually, yes, but I'm just starting with my local area in South Gippsland and then working my way up. But look out the rest of Gippsland.
I love it, love it. And we've got a question from the audience as well that's come through. Yes. Can people book now?
Well, you can certainly visit my website or send me an email, and I'll send you a return email with some information that'll help you and guide you to the calendar for October's launch.
Yep, sounds like there's customers ready to go. So if you did ask that question, there you go, jump on the site and Jane will be able to accommodate your needs. I'm just doing a scan to see if there's any other questions. Doesn't look like it. So again, congratulations on being first founder to present tonight. We're really proud of you and enjoyed working with you. And as you step away, we'll just start introducing our next founder. Our next founder is from Maui. He's a graffiti artist and goes to the Western Bulldogs and has done a lot of work behind the scenes already growing the region, and we're really excited for him to present his startup for us this evening. So I'd love to introduce our founder as he sets up and gets ready. His name is Steve Beaches of Beaches Art Design. So give me a cue if you're ready, Steve, and we'll throw it over to you. Almost there. Looks like you're just queuing up the prezzo. On you, Steve. I'm ready to hand it over to you. If you can just turn on your camera so we can see you if you can. Otherwise, ready to go. Just in your browser, mate, I think. Sorry. That's okay if it, yeah. Oops. While Steve's queuing that up, just want to talk about how the program has gone in terms of the live format. We have been running, the boot camp, a session every third week for the last 18 weeks. And yeah, just that red icon there, Steve. And, a mixture of online and face-to-face. And I think all the founders have done a great job of adapting and being founders that are adaptable. So no stress at all, Steve, well handled. And I'll hand it over to you once you put your presentation on the screen.
Cheers, mate. Yeah. Okay. Good timing. Have you noticed the vandalism and the rundown buildings in the town of Maui? They look messy and uncared for. It must be depressing for the community who live, shop and work here. And it's pretty unappealing for our visitors too. Poor mental health has been a major issue in the Latrobe Valley over the past few decades, and it's only been made worse with the latest pandemic. I lost a mate recently to mental health, and in his second last post on Facebook, he shared a post he was tagged in. It named our hometown, Maui, the shittest town in Victoria. What a tragedy and how untrue. It was a timely reminder of the stigma surrounding Maui, which has been going on for the past 20 years. And more importantly, it's given me the motivation to do something about it. Hi, my name is Steve Beaches. I'm a mural artist based in Maui and founder of the successful Show Me Some Art Festival. This year, we raised $6,000 for Lifeline Gippsland and Beyond Blue. I'm passionate about helping people struggling with mental health, and I intend to beautify the town with inspiring artwork that will give us something to smile about. I'll be working with local, international, and world-renowned artists to create futuristic artworks that will help change the narrative of Maui, from moccasins on everybody to murals on everything. So just as solo art has revitalised the Wimmera and Maui region, I'll be the first local street artist to apply augmented reality to new and existing murals throughout the region. Augmented reality, or AR as it's known as, is an interactive experience that involves scanning artwork with your phone, just like you do with a QR code. Then watch it come to life with animated objects, useful information, sound effects, and music. It's awesome, and it's going to take my business to the next level. So I'm asking for $10,000 to expand my AR experience, bring 3 spaces to life that will appear in next year's Show Me Some Art Festival, and help meet our fundraising goal of $10,000. These quality installations will brighten up the town, boost local pride, and improve visitor experience, inspiring a new positive dialogue about our town of Maui going forward. Thank you.
There we go. And as we work through the tech there, maybe we were tempted to throw a graffiti pun, like give a spray, maybe. We've got a question from the judges. Do you have any ambitions to scale beyond Maui?
Definitely. I'd love to do all the towns of Latrobe, and when I was up to the Wimmera Maui region, I was down there looking at all the silos, and I was putting it out there. I was doing some networking that I like to do. I was out there meeting some guys at the local pub there, and I've got some numbers, and I actually got lucky enough to do the swimming pool up there. So I'm definitely out to. I'd love to do a silo. I'm trying to work on the concrete silo here in Maui, and I've started a small scale, and I do want to get bigger and interstate, and eventually I love traveling, so if I can do more interstate, internationally, that'd be fantastic. So yeah.
Nice answer, Steve. And one thing we've loved about working with you through this program is that you definitely can demonstrate a lot of hustle. So it's no surprise that you want to expand beyond Maui as well in the already networking. Another question from the judges. Have you got any other sponsors on board?
Yes. Well, we've only just started putting for the grant already from the Tribe Council, and from last year's or this year's event here in March, you know, the sponsors were wrapped. We're all excited, and yeah, so I've got a few already just said, yep, we're on for next year as well, no worries. So yeah, we've got a few on board. But for the AR, everyone else done my pitch too. They're just like, wow, sounds great. I can't wait to see it. It's all new for down here, and that's why, yeah, I want to be the first in Latrobe Valley to do it. So yeah, next year's festival definitely come down.
Latrobe Valley first. We've also got a question from the audience, Steve. Well answered. Steve, do you do custom artwork for local businesses or homes?
I do, yeah. So that's where it sort of started from. Yeah, doing businesses. A lot of businesses just starting up, you know, trying to get their business out there, advertising. It's sort of come from a signwriting background, so yeah, I've done that, and then you know. Sheds, a lot of man caves and stuff like that. It's definitely been
maybe I can get some in the background here, mate.
Yeah. Sure. Happy to do a good mate for you.
Good. I've got some panel feedback as well. They love seeing that you're out there and doing your networking thing. And just one last question, Steve. Yeah, we've got businesses on this session. They're watching now. How can businesses get on board?
Yeah, so show me some art festival.com.au. We've just, thanks to you guys from what I've learned from this tech course, that was a slow start here, but you know, I've got a website going. We're still working more onto it, but it's, we've got that, and then through Facebook Messenger, just, we've got so we've already got over 1,000 followers there on our Facebook page, and yeah, it's just going to grow bigger and bigger. I can see that. So yeah, just get on board, throw us a message, Beaches Art Designs. Yeah, look us up and get on board. It is a great cause, and it's great for the town and for the whole community. 100%. So
good answers, Steve. And I advise once you jump off to scan the commentary, there's a few leads and positive comments in the chat as well. So congratulations again, and we'll start moving on to the next founder. And this founder is world class in the area of expertise that she's brought, and really loved working with them over the course of the program, and enjoyed troubleshooting and seeing pivots, and watching her blossom as the program matured. The name of this founder, her name's Jan Clark. Her startup is the Bronte Centre and Door 2. And if you're ready, Jan, we'd love to hand it over to you. And yep, we did this in the dry run. I see you're an old hand at it now, and she's ready to go. So thanks very much, Jan. Over to you, and good luck.
Hi, I'm Jan Clark, founder and director of the Door 2 program. Imagine discovering that your child has an eating disorder and the relief you feel when you turn to our world-class medical system. But then the panic sets in as you realise this daily life and death battle is all on you, and the endless cycle begins. 1 million Australians suffer from an eating disorder in any year. This is my daughter Bronte. After 450 admissions to hospital, we were told by her doctors to let her die. Well, what parent's going to accept that? We left Australia for Canada for 4 years to find life-saving treatment. And in that time, we founded the Bronte Centre. Across the last 22 years, we've provided education, treatment and support, and more importantly, more than 2,000 families have recovered as a result of the life-saving treatment of the Bronte Centre. We want access for this program for all families. The mainstream medical system is a one-size-fits-all approach. It's a punitive treatment that causes trauma, and that trauma leads to relapse, and families find themselves trapped in the endless cycle there. At Door 2, we do eating disorders differently. Well, we listen. We educate families and teach them the skills they need to support their loved one, and we support them with lived experience for a sustained recovery. We're online. We're a 10-week, 10-family course. The support is led by a lived experienced parent, and it is mentored by people who are inside the eating disorder experience. Our results speak for themselves. Door 2 gives us a 90% sustained recovery rate as opposed to 30% that families get in the mainstream medical system. From one mum, after 6 years of mainstream treatment, she felt like a failure, and she was told that she wasn't trying hard enough. More importantly, she was so afraid that her family and her daughter would never recover. After Door 2, she has insight, she has hope, she has a way forward, and now she knows how to help her family. On average, 4 million people in Australia are caring and supporting someone with an eating disorder each and every day. Currently, we're on track to support 75 families this year, and in 5 years, we want it to be 10,000 and beyond. So join us. I'm here today seeking 200.
Hello, everyone, and sorry for the dropout there at the end. Well done, Jan. You held yourself together, lots of composure, and what an amazing presentation for really important work. So kudos to you, and really well done. It's been a privilege to see how you've grown in this program and started doing important work. We've had a question from the judges come through. We've been on a journey, haven't we? But the question from the judges is, what has been the biggest aha moment for you in the program, Jan?
I was a bit lost when I came into it, I'll admit, because so much of the work that we do with families is face-to-face. And I was wanting to know, can we take this? Is this scalable? And the biggest aha moment when I realised that I really need to step aside and hand this over to the next generation of people who are going to be running this program. My staff are for it currently, and realising that we can do this. This is truly scalable, but we've got to step away from that face-to-face model and trust that we know how to do this, because we do.
Unreal. Jan, look, you've done a great job of describing a compelling problem. I really like the stats you included in there. One of the judges has asked, how do you intend to use technology to scale this business? So maybe you can talk about that.
Well, absolutely. Technology is key. So we need a platform that allows access for families by downloads or by joining a longer online group. And technology is not my friend. So it is an essential part of this delivery model, but it's also essential to the scalability of the program. So it's everything.
Excellent. And have you got any sponsors or funders on board so far for the program?
Well, I do not yet, because I was waiting for tonight to do the big launch of Door 2. We have lots of partners in the eating disorder world. I will say the eating disorder world is very poor. Everyone's fighting for a non-existent piece of pie, or a piece of a non-existent pie. So it's a very competitive market. We're one of the major players always have been, in terms of treatment and programs. So we will be looking now outside of that space to find our funding. Great.
And just because we had the technology challenge just at the end bit of the presentation, what's the ask? If you had to sum it up in a few sentences, how would you close and finish your ask for the audience?
Technology glitch actually happen? If you can fill me in on that one. I told you I am the Bermuda Triangle of technology.
Yeah, so we got to the stats, we got to the program, and sort of what the delivery, we're almost there, and we're just like, what were you going to close with?
Well, we want to bring Door 2 to everyone. Every single family out there should have access to Door 2 alongside mainstream medical treatment. So the ask is, help us bring it everywhere. 200,000 to kick off the technology platform and a technology partner to deliver door-to all families everywhere.
A really important cause, and well put, Jan. We're really proud to have worked with you, and thank you for participating in this Startup Gippsland Pitch Night. And as you pop off, just another round of applause for all the work you've done. Thank you so much for sharing your pitch with us this evening. Now we've got one more pitch before the intermission, a chance for a quick stretch and the like, but we're really, two more actually, and she's jumped in straight away. So as you're setting up, Iris, I'm just going to word it up. This presenter has been on a journey with us during this wonderful program, and her name is Iris Gallard. Her startup is Frenchism, and I'm about to throw it over to you. So good luck, Iris.
Thank you very much, Luke. Bonjour. Parlez-vous français? Non? Lesson 1. My name is, je m'appelle Iris. When I came to Australia about 10 years ago, I was truly astounded to find out the number of people willing to learn French. Within 2 weeks of advertising for my private tuition, my calendar was full. Fast forward 9 years, the pandemic hit. I lost all my business overnight. I pivoted online, started to teach on Zoom. I had even more inquiries. For online learning, the time is now. This is a market set to reach $21 billion globally in 2024 just for the online language learning. If I had $1 every time I heard these, I would not need to be in front of you tonight. My solution? Frenchism Language Learning, a platform and community you can access whenever it suits you. The ambition is to create one platform for 4 services. These 4 services are the most in demand by students, and they significantly increase the completion rate. Currently trialing French Fit, your French pronunciation workout. It's 10 minutes of French practice every day, 6 times a week, with access to a native French speaker for just under the price of a fitness class. Very competitive. Students have said it's more personable than Duolingo, and I love the fact it's delivered straight to my phone. Frenchism, it's a very specific offer. Cooking and DIY in French to take off the pressure of language learning. Cultural courses for a full cultural experience. But also exam preparation for migrants that could lead to global expansion with the right platform. And all courses delivered in 2 languages. You wondering about traction? Frenchism is nearly 5,000 followers on Facebook and an email list of over 100 subscribers with 0 advertising. The revenue model is a subscription model. These prices are competitive. They are in line with what students have said they were willing to pay, and they allow for a projection of $100,000 of revenue within 20 months. What I'm asking tonight is a $20,000 grant, $10,000 for material purchase, content creation and editing, and $10,000 to bring on board a tech support person and editor to accelerate the business. And tell your friends.
Well done, Iris. So great to see your pitch. And we've had the question. We got a lost connection there. Let's see if you're able to come back through. There we go, Iris. Good to see you again. We've had a question come through from the judges. One of them is, how does Frenchism compete against other online language programs?
There are a great diversity of language program out there. They're all very much complementary. So that's the great thing about the language learning space. It's actually, we are more an ecology than a straight competition. For instance, I've been teaching for 10 years. I have been sending my students to Duolingo because it serves a very particular purpose. I have never lost any students saying, oh, sorry, I'm not going to, be your students anymore because Duolingo is enough. It's never enough. So this platform is really the sum of my experience of what students want and need. in terms of progression, but also in terms of staying with me. And I've got a remarkable track record of students staying with me for almost 10 years now.
Excellent. Well done. And we're curious about a question from the judges around competitor analysis. What's your point of difference relative to the rest of the competitive market?
So the point of difference is the first thing is very much my personality. That's really I'm the face of the business. So this is really what you see when you're coming. And students do really appreciate that touch of personality. They really appreciate to know who the teacher is and what is the personality of the teacher. And really my point is to be very specific with the courses. Of course, I will have the general courses. It's sort of something you have to have. But my point of difference is the specificity of the courses that are really laser focused.
Fantastic. And another question from the judges before we throw to the audience. Why did you decide you needed to be a part of this program?
So this program really allowed me the space, the confidence to prove myself that I could do it. Because I had all these skills, but it's really, it seemed like an enormous amount of work, and just breaking down into steps was an enormous help. Plus, I mean, the community of founders has been incredible. The mentors, I feel like I've got a business support community now that is not going to stop after the program. So I'm very grateful.
Yeah, it's been great to see, sort of introducing you guys and throwing you all together in a room and then watching friendships blossom without sort of any involvement from the team. It's been wonderful to see and witness. An audience question now: how will students be able to track their improvements in French?
So after the course, I will be sending, even throughout the course, I will be sending surveys. There's a possibility to check with a teacher or tutor throughout the course. And there is a number of goals that are defined at the beginning of the course, and that you can evaluate yourself if you feel like that these particular points have improved or not.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much for pitching tonight. It was great to see your smiling face again. And we're going to segue over to our last startup founders before the intuition. And I deliberately used that plural. You might have noticed that I said founders. That's because this startup is actually a duo. And they've been a great dynamic duo and power couple during the time with the Startup Gippsland program. We're very lucky to have them and have worked with them. Great to see your smiling faces tonight, guys, and welcome. Good luck to Trace and Paul Gorton of Foodie. Over to you guys.
Thanks, Luke. Let's take the kids out for tea tonight.
Oh, I wish. I haven't even started this marking and I've still got my food orders to do.
Seriously, again?
Sadly, this was our regular Sunday afternoon conversation. It was 2014 when I realised our school had a problem. We'd been wasting hours adding up ingredients, chasing each other around the school looking for pieces of paper with recipes on them. We were making mistakes, which resulted in food wastage. I'm Therese, and I have been a food teacher since 2005. I was one of the 76% of Australian teachers who consider their workloads unmanageable.
And I'm Paul. I'm a school IT manager, web developer, and Therese's husband. I built what became Foodie. It's a web-based SaaS solution for food ordering and inventory in schools. Foodie presents a straightforward view of teachers' timetables. They simply add predefined recipes to lessons and they're done. It does all of the scheduling, the adding up of ingredients, and it produces shopping lists in just seconds. We're working towards Foodie being able to actually provide the food to the schools through single-click ordering. Over the last 7 years, we're really proud of Foodie that's grown to 40 schools with only minimal marketing. We're aiming to grow Foodie to over 400 schools in the next 6 years through implementing a marketing campaign and further developing Foodie's features. Schools pay an annual $500 subscription to use Foodie, and we have a 93% retention rate. And we're also looking to introduce Foodie into new markets, including aged care and childcare. Together, our 40 schools will spend more than $1.9 million on groceries this year. So far, they've spent more than $29,000 on just flour, milk, and eggs. That's a lot of pancakes.
It is. Of the similar solutions on the market, Foodie is the only one to offer personal service and on-site visits. And because I've walked in their shoes, I understand their needs. We also offer schools the option to purchase the additional input of recipes, saving even more time. Our customers regularly tell us how much they love using Foodie. They're currently saving more than 2 hours per week creating their shopping lists, which means more time for their students. Our aim is to give this gift of time to as many people as possible. So tonight, we're asking for your help to connect with more food teachers and to make Foodie even better by providing ingredient costings and eventually online ordering and fulfillment. So if you know an overwhelmed food teacher or you have connections with major food retailers, contact us and help us give teachers back their Sunday afternoons.
Well done, Foodie team. Congratulations, guys. You can see a lot of work was put in, and love a chart. Anything up and to the right is a good thing in my books. Question from the judges. We encourage you to be more ambitious in your scaling timelines. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, we wanted to. We've picked 400 customers as we thought an aggressive target. Obviously, they the whole time at Startup Gippsland, they've thought, think bigger, and maybe we still need to think bigger. But I really think that's a realistic target at the moment.
Well answered, Paul. We've also got an audience question that came up about future plans. Will Foodie work for hospitality businesses?
Yeah, we're really hoping to put Foodie into aged care and childcare settings. So we'd love to hear from anybody who can help us put trials into those types of settings. We're working on ingredient costings in our program. And so we'd really love to work with hospitality businesses to be able to cost out their recipes, their prices per serve. So yeah, get in contact if you are someone who can help us in that setting. We'd love to work with you.
We'd love to connect you. Sounds like a hot lead there for sure. So look, guys, thank you very much for the presentation. Good luck for tonight. And as you guys step away, we are going to actually segue into an intermission. So the intermission is going to play a video. We'll have a few minutes to stretch our legs, and we'll be back on with the second half of this online pitch night in about 5 minutes. So over to our dedicated tech team to put on the intermission video, and we'll go from there.
About those entrepreneurs that have been through that first stage of developing their business idea and are starting to think about how they're going to make it grow. What do they need to do to build their business acumen so that they can, what we call, scale or to thrive? One of the things that we love about Startup Gippsland is that we're starting to create what we call this pipeline of entrepreneurs. And Katie Dawson from Cottage Garden Threads and Laura Eddington from Little Bumble, a really classic example of that, where they've come in, they've got this fantastic idea, they come into a program, build their business plan and their business model to thrive as a local entrepreneur in Gippsland. And now they're taking that next step. So they're thinking about, can I get big enough and can I get mature enough to go overseas and export? Can I start to expand beyond Gippsland? And so this program is really custom fit for those that are already on that journey. And this is their next step in terms of how they build their business acumen. And so this program will help them think about, how do I change my business model because I'm going to be bigger? What do I think about in terms of staffing and skills that I need? Who do I need to partner with? How do I expand my marketing acumen so that I can build bigger sales pipelines? What sort of HR, finance and legal advice do I need to think about now that I'm beyond that small kind of entrepreneurial spirit into a kind of a mainstream business? This might be a business program, but it's actually fun. This is actually about bringing people together who have got like-minded ideas about growing their business. They're really keen to collaborate and support each other to be successful. And it is probably the most thrilling and most satisfying thing that we all get out of these programs is watching these entrepreneurs bond and support each other. And as a result, they all become extremely successful because they're looking out for each other. They're sharing ideas. There's no competition. It is all about collaboration.
How good was that bouncy music? We were just talking about it in our backstage. I really enjoyed that video, and I really enjoy the opportunity that I have right now to introduce our first guest speaker for the evening. So we're about to introduce Sally Jones of Gippsland, Jersey, who is a startup Gippsland alumni, has done a lot of work with the Gips Tech team as well, and was recently featured on Win News in terms of with Startup Gippsland, and we're on TV sharing the work they've done with tech and what they've done to innovate in the milk industry. So we'll roll it over to a video and Sally.
So I guess tonight I'd just love to share with you really quickly about how it is that we came to starting Gippsland Jersey, the reasons why we exist. And
let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get.
We have 3 pillars to our brand, which underpins everything that we do with Gippsland Jersey. So it's super important that we stay true to it. And what was really exciting for me the other day was that I found a social media post where we stated our values of why we're doing what we're doing. And 5 years later, we're still on that same mission. And so these are our 3 values. Okay, so I'm just going to jump back over and say hi to you guys in person. Hello, thank you so much for having me. I'm so thrilled I've got back to Warragul in time to speak to you guys. I was in Lakes Entrance for the last couple of days and a bit nervous I wasn't going to make it back into the office to be sitting here to have a chat. It's an absolute wonderful opportunity to be part of a cohort like Startup Gippsland. I had the opportunity of being part of Rocket Seeder because Startup Gippsland didn't exist 5 years ago. And I can absolutely back up what Steve and Angus just said about it is about building an amazing cohort of business people that have each other's backs and champion each other. And I can only talk from our experience of going through the Rocket Seeder program and just having those people that we can still reach out to and chat. It's amazing. So well done to all of the people that have pitched tonight. It is super nervous, and I'm nervous about speaking here because I've never done this before, and I'm certainly not as glamorous as Barb's tonight. And we were having a little bit of a banter when it was going to be a live show. We're going to have a competition to who wore it better. But anyway, that's another time. The backstory to Gippsland, Jersey is that I never intended to start a milk company. I grew up on a dairy farm in Lakes Entrance where my parents value added to their milk by turning it into ice cream, then having ice cream shops. So I guess I've grown up in that space and understanding that. When I left home, I went to Melbourne and thought, I'm done. I'm done with Gippsland. I'm done with dairy, and was certainly looking forward to forging a career in something else. As sometimes life takes you on different journeys, things happen, and certainly it was out of adversity that Gippsland Jersey started. My dad was probably the main reason for there's two parts for Gippsland Jersey. There's Steve Ronalds, who's one founder, and I'm the other founder. But for me, my story is that my dad suffered mental health issues for 3 years, and we journeyed that with him. And he tragically took his own life, and that was 5 years ago. And so that is my dad, and that is my why. So when I was full of grief and not knowing what to do, and it was a couple of weeks after that the dairy crisis happened in Gippsland, where dairy farmers were on their knees, and the carpet got ripped out from underneath of them, that I guess just I didn't know where to put myself. So I channeled myself into creating something, and probably created something that I probably never thought could happen. So here we are. And it started out that we contract pack. So we created a brand, we got milk into a bottle, and we got a Melbourne factory just to put that milk into a bottle. So my business partner, Steve, has a dairy farm in Jindervik, and basically he lost $170,000 in the dairy crisis and wanted to value add. And I have a marketing background, so we came together. And fast forward, that processor pulled the pin on us, gave us 4 weeks notice, said you're out of here. We had no option. So that led us along the track of going, we have to process for ourselves. And that wasn't in our business plan. We didn't have the money. We certainly didn't have a credit rating to go to the bank and ask for a few $1 million to build a milk factory. But my dad had the milk factory in Lakes Entrance. It was run down. There was blackberries growing all over it and horses inside of it and whatnot. And we turned to social media and we asked for people to back our story and believe in us. And we're so grateful to the 1,000 people that did back us. And those people backed us by pre-purchasing bottles of milk. And we raised $110,000 in 3 weeks. It was the most humbling moment of my life. And it enabled us to create a flagship dairy brand. So Gippsland is one of the most amazing regions. We have everything here. Dairy in particular contributes $3 billion to the food and fibre sector that is made up of $7 billion. But there's not a lot of value adding that happens in dairy in Gippsland. So there is a real opportunity to have a real crack. And that's what we're doing. So we've gone from, having a few stockists to now having well and truly over 400 stockists. We're in 2 major supermarkets, and it's sometimes, you sort of think to yourself, my goodness, how many mouths are we feeding now? How many people are involved in our business and that rely on us? It's not for the faint-hearted, and obviously dairy is a particularly hard industry to be in because you have such a short shelf life. And an example of that was when we had this recent lockdown. We had so many, orders cancelled. We had 12 pallets of milk that had to find a home, and we had, this was on the Saturday. The factory told me that we had 12 pallets of milk that had no home. We were processing again on Monday, and that the cool room, we don't have enough space to hold enough milk. So absolute crisis. Never thought we would need an online shop or an online platform to sell milk, but we did. And yes, we have set up this shop on our website, and that enabled us to sell 12 pallets of milk pre-purchased. And we rocked up to Melbourne. We took the truck to Melbourne and sold it out of the back of car parks in 3 locations on Sunday, two Sundays ago, I think, or 3 Sundays ago. It was incredible. Without having that Shopify tool set up, we wouldn't have been able to do it. It was crazy, the response. We actually had traffic out to the highway in Pakenham. It was absolutely insane. But yeah, once again, tech and the way that we've had to evolve our business, it's been a really fun journey. Obviously, everyone needs cash flow when you're a startup, you're scaling. So every time you're moving in and you're transitioning, it's a hard thing. And I guess you just got to back yourself in these situations. And I think certainly, having good relationships with your bank manager and people in those financial roles definitely assists. So always make friends with your bank manager. So we have 3 pillars to our brand. Sorry, do you need to get me off?
No, keep going.
Okay, sorry. So 3 pillars to our brand is, mental health is another one, and that's obviously for personal reasons. And so that we, always, I guess, trying to create that social change and have those conversations. So, for example, yesterday we said to our factory staff, right, meet us at the beach at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's middle of winter here. And we're going to all jump in the cold water, right? So they blew us out of there. They blew us away because they all showed up and they plunged into that water. And, those kind of things really, and we talked about mental health and how physical exercise and looking after yourself and creating new stories for yourself actually helps your mental health. So that sort of stuff we're going on about. We do put away a little bit of money from each bottle of milk. It's 1 cent, and we are actually enables us to do little random acts of kindness that aren't public, that are private. And there are so many offspouts to our business that are real and authentic. We do a mental health calendar every year. It's very industry specific. Regionally, location is very much about Gippsland. And sorry. And look, I don't have the time to, and I don't want to take any more of your time, but our business has been an absolute roller coaster, and it's just sort of hold on and carry on. And I would love to share more stories with you all about what's happened. But I think when you're in this startup phase, it's just an incredible opportunity and so exciting. So well done to everyone.
Well done, Sally. That's an awesome story. Some of the comments in the chat, you wear your heart in your sleeve. It's really touching. And ironically, stories about mental health and jumping in cold water, it was all giving us the warm and fuzzies despite the conditions. So congratulations to you. And Barb popped in the chat and said she thinks she won the fashion contest. So sorry to be the bearer of bad news there, Sally, but we would have loved to have seen that on stage. Yeah. Cool. Well, on behalf of Startup Gippsland, thank you so much. And just a shout out to everyone in the audience or anyone looking to get in touch with anyone that you've seen tonight, founders or anyone else who's touched the program. Just be sure to contact hello@startupgippsland.com.au. That's the email address, and we'll funnel it to the appropriate person. So I just wanted to change gears now and go into the second half of our pitch presentation, which involves the final round of pitches from our founders. They're waiting in the aisles and ready to go. We've had some conversations in the green room already. And on a bright note, our next founder is really passionate about clean energy. His name is John Knight. I'll invite him up to the stage, and his startup is called SolarSync. So when you're ready, John, we'll just hand it over to you, mate.
Thanks, Luke. Okay, let's talk about solar. I'll try and keep it interesting. Solar installation in Australia is an extremely competitive market, with little differentiation between providers and the equipment supplied and ever tighter margins. Many installers are struggling to keep the doors open. Hi, I'm John Knight, the founder and director of SolarSync. I'm passionate about working with solar installers, helping them to over-deliver to their customers, win more work, and make recurring revenue from every solar installation. We fitted solar panels to our home here in the Latrobe Valley 4 years ago, and I was disappointed our energy independence still remained stubbornly low. Our usage and generation just didn't align. The majority of Australians bought into the vision of solar expecting big savings on their power bill. If they didn't use the energy, they were able to sell it back onto the grid for a healthy profit. Solar, however, has become a victim of its own success. The flood of clean energy flowing back onto our power network during the day has left the current infrastructure struggling to cope. Only yesterday, the AEMC set in motion rules to charge households and businesses for the ability to sell their excess solar power. The days of relying on a feed-in for payback are coming to an end. Solar systems are being squeezed, going from money makers to money losers. So what's the solution? Introducing SolarSync, Australia's first universal energy management system for the home or business that bolts onto any solar system on the market. By providing a means to control the home around the energy coming off the roof, solar installers and homeowners gain a massive financial opportunity. Our system is modular and scalable around 3 core components: an overarching algorithm that intelligently manages the power flow in the house, simple, robust hardware that attaches to your appliances, and a mobile application to monitor, control, and automate the entire building from one app. It's an easy upsell for new systems and an attractive offer to re-engage with historical clients. We give solar installers and energy consultants a strong point of difference from their competitors. Our validation site in the Latrobe Valley has been running for more than 12 months, providing valuable data and more than doubling its energy independence without a battery. We're excited to have interest from a leading Australian heat pump supplier and the asset and facility manager at a large hospital. We're also exploring a partnership or a sponsorship plan with Australia's largest electrical wholesaler. Our revenue model is made up of a monthly licensing fee on each installation, a margin on the hardware, and we can also consult for complex or large commercial contracts. We're looking to partner with businesses in the solar installation market that would like to win more contracts, increase their margins, and generate recurring revenue on every installation. We're also seeking local sites where we can install our system at low cost. So if you're a homeowner or business with an existing solar system and would consider being a pilot partner, we'd love to speak with you. So in closing, help SolarSync get installers off the roofs and into homes, supporting them in running profitable businesses and making every solar install work harder. Thank you.
What a bright presentation, John. Really good to see you do it well. Congratulations, mate. It's been a pleasure working with you. The judges were straight off the bat with their questions, and one of them was, what is your thinking and strategy to scale? How big do you want to go?
Well, this system has the potential to save people money, even if they don't have solar, by orchestrating your demand, your load demand, your demand. Anyone can save money with this thing. So potentially this should be in every home in the world. And that's what drew me to this amazing, amazing cohort and to meet all you guys. And it's just been incredible because I wouldn't have known how to even consider going about that. So thank you all so much.
Great answer, John. And we've got time for another question here. What has been the response from the solar installation groups you have approached about partnership opportunities?
So far, I think I'm not selling it quite as hard as I should, and I'm probably not explaining it as well as I can. And I think there's a potential that people may be seeing it as threatening batteries, but it doesn't. They coexist. This adds to that kind of system. So I need to work on the marketing, but yeah, it's an exciting time, and I'm really looking forward to engaging with that.
100%, John. And I love that you said every home in the world should have something like this. That's really good ambition. And I don't think you would have said the same thing at the start of the program. So it's been really fun watching you mature and develop as the program's gone on. Congratulations again, and we'll keep things moving on to our next founder. And this founder, her name is Julie Lanham, and her startup is called Good Things Gippsland. And as she comes in and sets up her tech and the presentation, I just want to say it's been a really fun time coaching this entire cohort, and Julie has just been very consistent, showing up, taking the feedback and continuing to grow and work on the business, and really excited to see her share her presentation and pitch with you this evening. So congratulations, Julie. Over to you and good luck.
Hi, my name's Jules Lanham, and my unique business is called Good Things Gippsland. Don't you just love going on an adventure? Discovering a place and all its hidden gems is so much fun. It's so much fun jumping in the car and finding a place and all it has to offer. Sale and its surrounding areas is one of those places where there is so much to discover. There's beautiful farms, wonderful small producers, farm gates, not to mention delicious restaurants and well-stocked food stores. Someone recently commented, "There's so much Gippsland and so little time." And that's the problem we have, isn't it? We have so little time. It takes so much of our precious time to research to find these places. You need a little bit of local knowledge, not to mention a whole lot of legwork. Googling, mapping your journey, reading up on who gives the best value, working out your timeline. Well, I've got the answer for you. Come on one of my unique small group foodie tours. I've lived in the area of Sale for 10 years now, and I know the off the beaten track places. I can take you on a tour to see the hidden gems. You can come and hear the great stories the growers have to tell, sampling as we go. Enjoy 5 hours with me on a journey of discovery and fun. The value of the $200 per person you pay is so satisfying and full of value. Why not get a bunch of friends together and do something a little different? My tour is unique and a great way to celebrate a special occasion, celebrate an anniversary or a birthday. Taste something new and get some new ideas and learn how things are produced. It's a great way to create a lasting memory. Those who've come on one of my tours have said, "I had a wonderful time. The tour was done with heart. Loved seeing the behind the scenes of the places we visited and the discovery of the day. It was great to meet the producers and buy their products from them." If you want to be a part of one of my tours, or if you know of any hidden gems, or if you are a hidden gem, please send me an email or contact me on Instagram. I'd love to hear from you. I'm Jules Lanham. This is Good Things Gippsland. Put on your boots and come on a discovery with me.
Well done, Jules. Excellent presentation, and awesome to see places around Gippsland that people otherwise wouldn't know being shared in beautiful slides, and by the service that you're offering. As we know, local tourism is only going to be more important for this region. Some questions have come through from the judges. What are your plans to grow and scale beyond Sale, Julie?
Look, I've got great plans. Down the track, I'd really love to sort of double up or triple up and have, some different tours in different parts of Gippsland, because it is, like I said, it is quite big. So yeah, that is definitely on the cards.
Great answer. And what was the most valuable part of the program?
Well, there's lots of value in the program. I think the two things that were really good and worked for me were really great to take a dream and see that it can be a reality, and I'm moving towards that, which is fantastic. And, bouncing your ideas off others is crucial in expanding your mind and seeing things differently. So they're the two. Yeah, well, there's heaps more, but they're the two things that were great.
It helps make it more real on your second answer as well. Yeah, no, great answers. Thank you, Jules. And a question from the audience: who are the competitors in the region? So who else could be doing something like you?
there's about 5 competitors, all doing sort of fairly different things, which is really great, but doing really great things. So yeah, there's about 5, 6 competitors, but all in different areas of Gippsland. Yeah.
Well done tonight, Jules. It was great to see you present and see all the hard work come together in a pitch. Well done, and we'll segue over to our next founder, who just adds up to being a good person and a pleasure to be around. And her name is Christine Langhouse. She's a school teacher, and her startup is called Maths Heroes. So as she tees up her presentation, we hope it all goes smoothly, and we wish you the best of luck, Christine. Just ready to go when you are, mate.
According to UNESCO, the most effective interventions to improve student learning rely on teachers. Unfortunately, mathematics is the easiest subject to teach poorly. For the past 15 years, I've been teaching mathematics to students and teachers across the US, UK, and Australia. Welcome. My name is Christine, and my business, Maths Heroes, provides training and resources to educators so that they understand the maths that they have to teach. Has maths ever made you feel like this? I've met many students who have, and many more teachers who have to teach maths but don't want to. The consequences of not understanding maths may affect self-confidence, the ability to budget, work out a discount, or even reduce job opportunities. My surname was mispronounced by students until I made this simple shift of matching a visual with language to improve understanding and sharing. Teachers need training so they don't miss this critical element of matching a visual with language to improve learning. Teachers have had the same tools to teach maths for too many years. When I saw my students struggling to learn, I knew I had to change the way I was teaching and set about to develop a simple, systematic solution that could be used by any teacher. The blocks that I've created are a tool to assist teachers with this necessary change. Teacher feedback after using the prototypes in statements such as, I don't know how I taught multiplication before these blocks, and my students finally see the connection between ideas. How you solve a problem depends on the level of your thinking. Some students will attempt 17 plus 17 plus 17. Others will try and do 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 17 times. Everyone is capable of learning maths when they understand the language. Using the blocks, students can match the visual and the mathematical language, and teachers no longer need to rely so heavily on rote learning. There is no easy fix for teachers to improve the learning outcomes of their students, but we can ensure that every teacher really understands the maths that they have to teach. Maths Heroes will offer both online and in-person training to teachers and schools starting from 1 hour to 3 days. I've already created many additional resources, products, physical and digital, and projected earnings are up $100,000 for 500 hours of training and product sales, which is achievable in 6 months. Schools already have the staff. What they need are well-trained maths teachers. I have bootstrapped Maths Hero to date, and my ask today is $10,000 for seed investment to produce a minimum order of printed blocks to service customers. Also, please let me know if you have any contacts within any education sector that would be interested in a conversation with our Maths Heroes team. Everyone can have maths as their superpower. Everyone can be a maths hero.
Well done, Christine. Great presentation, and yeah, the beauty of tech. It was a bit hard to hear some of those last bits with the internet signal. It looks like it's improved now, but we've got some questions from the judge, which is, tell us your journey in the program. Did you have any pivots?
It was a very interesting journey. I started off very tunnel visioned, and thankfully to all of the team at SUG and all the other people in the cohort, my vision is I've pivoted almost 180. I didn't think I was going to use tech as much as I will. And now that whole being able to produce material and share online throughout the whole world, the blocks can be printed in different languages. We can just take it everywhere because everybody needs maths teachers.
Good answer. And how many customers have you onboarded so far? And how are you going to find more?
So I'm just starting contacting schools at the moment, and I'm just in the process of using the prototypes with teachers to make sure that when I do spend the money on the real product, it will be as good as it possibly can get. So at the moment, I'm going to do a webinar, get some people on the board that way, and then once I'm happy with that, we'll just branch out to all the schools as wide as we can.
Great stuff, Christine. And one last question from the audience. Can adults be taught this too?
Absolutely everyone. Absolutely.
Good answer. Thank you. Well done for being in the program and well done on your pitch tonight. And as we segue over to our next presenter, I'd like to introduce the next founder. Her name is Brooke Lewis, and she's been a wonderful contributor to the program, and her startup is called Sisu Society. And as she gets her presentation up smoothly, as we would expect, we're going to hand it over to Brooke now and wish you the very best. Good luck, Brooke.
Thanks, Luke. 1 in 5 women will experience sexual assault since the age of 15. 35% of those women will attempt suicide. Thinking about the women you love today, how do you think that could affect them right now? Hi, my name is Brooke Lewis and I'm the founder of Sisu Society, and I'm 1 in 5 women. I understand this conversation might make you feel uncomfortable, whether you're a survivor or a loved one of somebody who has experienced sexual violence. It's these feelings of discomfort that prevent these meaningful conversations and contribute to social isolation. 72% of the women I interviewed said that they lent on a loved one after their attack. Sisu Society is an inclusive online community with tools and courses specifically tailored for women who have experienced sexual assault. Our platform provides daily coping strategies to survivors, including empowering them to connect with each other through the platform. As a feature of our community, we have developed a guide to bridge the gap between sexual assault survivors and their loved ones. Our guide provides strategies to be able to confidently hold these conversations about sexual assault in the aim to reduce social isolation and help loved ones support survivors on their healing journey. In under 4 days, over 60 women joined our private community of survivors, seeking resources on healing, human connection, and empowerment to magnify their voice as it relates to sexual assault. Our community is currently free, and we'll be launching a value-add membership that will charge a small fee for use. In addition, we'll be opening the platform for brands who align with our mission to be able to advertise their products or services. We are passionate about working with commercial brands to continue to normalize conversations about sexual assault, not only on our network, but in society in general. But we need your help. We are asking for $100,000 for the cost of industry professionals to collaborate with to build these courses. We'd also love to connect with any brands or partnerships that align with our mission. We need to start having these conversations, and we need to start having them now. We have waited a lifetime too long to bridge the gap between sexual assault survivors and society. We need to do more, and we can. To any survivors listening, I hear you, I believe you, and I'll always stand with you. To any loved ones listening, I am taking myself off mute to be a part of the conversation. Will you?
Brooke, what a powerful presentation. Well done, and congratulations on starting such A powerful initiative.
Thanks, Luke. Appreciate
it's
you.
a joy to witness. Appreciate you too, mate. We've had a question come through from the judging team. Look, it's a very challenging issue. How did you manage to narrow down your idea to be able to get it to launch?
To be honest, I wouldn't have been able to do it without the Startup Gippsland cohort. I went in wanting to obviously change the world and attack the target market of gender-based violence, but you've got to start small sometimes in order to make the biggest change. So that's what the cohort enabled me to do.
Unreal. Another question here. Have you partnered with healthcare providers or psychologists to ensure your content is appropriate for survivors, or is this a peer support program?
Brilliant question, Luke. So Sisu Society is really about being the facilitator to providing important resources and connection. And I am seeking industry professionals to be able to enable me to create this content. As obviously it's really important that we're not producing content that could potentially be triggering to sexual assault survivors. We want to make sure that this content is helpful. And I have been having conversations with different partnerships in this space.
Unreal. And like you say, just because the conversation is uncomfortable doesn't mean it shouldn't be had. So one last question, if we may. Can you tell us more about your revenue model and how you plan to make Sisu Society more financially sustainable?
Absolutely. So to begin with, I will be charging a small fee. So that will be a value-added membership whereby users will be able to pay a smaller fee to have access to further resources, and also we'll be opening up the platform to connect with commercial brands, where if they align with our mission, they can advertise their products or services, and I will charge them a small fee for that to be able to subsidize the rate of what I will charge the users.
Well, good luck, Brooke. We're really proud of the work you've done thus far and the presentation tonight. Lots of emojis popping up on the screen as well. So good luck and thank you for participating in the program. We're now going to transition over to our last founder for the evening. I was going to say second last, but we're actually up to our last. And her name, last but not least, is Madeline McKenzie. Mads has been a huge energy packet for the Startup Gippsland program this year, and we've really enjoyed having her participate within the Startup Gippsland program. And as she gets her presentation online, I will share the name of this founder's startup, which is Cabaret on Call. So just give us a nod when you're ready, Mads, and we'll hand it over to you. Good luck.
Come on, boys, why don't we paint the town? Ba-dum-ba, and all that jazz. My name is Madeline McKenzie. I am founder and creative director of Cabaret on Call. At 87, my mother is my inspiration. She lives alone, is extremely active and engaged in the community. This is not the case for over 1.2 million vulnerable, elderly and disabled people across the country living in residential aged care or living in home-based support. Due to health and accessibility challenges, many of our clients are no longer able to experience that joy of live performance. And with many families unable to visit regularly, they experience feelings of loneliness and isolation. I think we all know someone in this position, and we wish there was something more that we could do. Well, there is. What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Welcome to Cabaret on Call, live cabaret in the comfort of your home. Through a single link, Cabaret on Call is able to deliver live cabaret experiences on their video platform, giving audiences access to events 24/7 on any smart device. Our current customer profiles include aged care providers, gifting as a service, and corporate sponsorship. Our attraction to date includes live recorded shows for 3 sites across Central Gippsland Health, pilot screenings at 10 major aged care providers across the country, as well as expressions of interest from a number of businesses looking to sponsor the program for their community. Tight budgets and COVID restrictions have put a stop to all live events in the sector, positioning Cabaret on Call to perfectly fill that gap in a cost-effective and compliant way. We are able to do this from my home-based studio with contracted musicians on a projects basis. My ask tonight is for $10,000 to engage technical expertise for video production and editing to ensure smooth delivery across platforms. I'm looking to have conversations with aged care providers, private businesses, or individuals looking for a gift for their loved ones. Please contact me through the website. Flowers wilt and chocolates disappear, so help me turn the lounge rooms into living rooms again with the gift of music to brighten their day, from a favourite song to a cabaret bouquet.
Well done, Mads. Really well put together. Loved the pitch, and I think you definitely win best dressed for the evening. I think Babs from earlier might have a word or two to say, but yeah, well done and great presentation, mate. It's a joy to see. One of the questions from the judges here: how do customers find you?
Well, I have a website, cabaretonCall.com.au, and there's a bit of information about why, where, and how, and you can contact me on the contact form.
Excellent. Sounds good. And tell us a bit about your tech journey. What have you learned about tech during your time in the Startup Gippsland program?
That's a good question, Luke. I think I thought I needed to know everything in tech, but what I've learned from the program is I don't need 100 things I need to know. I just need to know what I can do and outsource what I can't, or hop on Google, YouTube. We can learn. We don't have to feel vulnerable and like we can't do something. So Startup Gippsland had a lot of support and a lot of people to go to for the areas that I wasn't strong in.
Great answers, Mads. It's just a case of chunking it down and doing each step, step by step and small by small. Well done tonight, and well done to all the founders that have participated this evening. And a big shout out to one of the founders who participated in the program right up till tonight and unfortunately isn't presenting tonight, but for a very good reason. A big special mention to Kev Lane, who's been working on his drum tuning technology, and we've loved working with you in the program, Kev. And the reason why we can't is because some secret squirrel stuff is happening in the background. So we wish you the very best, Kev, but really love the work you've done with your drumming startup, mate, as well. So now the judges have some pretty hard decisions to make. There's been some really good, outstanding presentations this evening. As you see, the quality has been pretty high, and I don't envy the judges' decision-making process at all. So in the meantime, we're actually going to hand it over to one of the Startup Gippsland team, in Zoe, who is going to guide us through a bit of a quiz process. Hey, Zoe, over to you.
Thank you, Luke. Hello, everybody. For those of you who don't follow us on socials, I am Zoe. I'm the girl behind the camera, in front of the camera, everywhere. You've probably seen me before. If not, it's absolutely amazing to have you here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. So while the judges do deliberate on the winner of our Founder of the Year award, I am here to keep the party going with some startup trivia. Woo! Get excited. Give me some claps. I want to see you all get pumped up. So, of course, if you do need a short break, if you need to refill those cocktail glasses, please do so. Otherwise, hang on the line with me and let's have some fun. There will be a prize also for the last question of the trivia. So we're going to have some fun together. Now, I'm about to add some polls to the screen, guys. What you need to do is you're going to see a little red button next to that polls question right between Q&A and raise your hand. And you're going to vote for your answers. So before we get into some formal trivia though, I want to hear a little bit more about you. And my first question is, do you have a business in Gippsland? Please vote for me, guys. Yes or no? Already got some votes coming in. This is absolutely fantastic. Oh, quite an even split. Very, very interesting. Thank you, guys. So for those of you who don't have a business here in Gippsland, I want to know, do you aspire to launch your own startup? Tell me, do you want to be part of the Startup Gippsland team 2021, 2022 and beyond? We've got some great votes rolling in, guys. Thank you so much. Fantastic. Wonderful. So about 25% of you're going to come on, join the Startup Gippsland team. We would absolutely love to have you, of course. All right, now let's kick into some of our formal startup trivia. First question. Who is the Gippsland founder who launched a startup selling gumboots? Merry People, Bogs, Splash Gumboots, or Wallies? We have a lot of votes for Merry People. Those of you who did, congratulations. Big gold star for you. That is correct. Splash Gumboots was me putting my marketing hat on and coming up with my own business name. So well done, guys. Maybe I could start my own business in gumboots. You never know. Alrighty. So the next question I've got for you is, American company iFit recently bought which Adelaide-run startup for $400 million? Was it Axios, Muscle Nation, Sweat, or Fitness Warehouse? Oh, we're getting some great votes coming in, guys. Well done. Oh, quite an even split between Muscle Nation and Sweat. So the correct answer is actually Sweat. So it's run by Adelaide personal trainer Kayla Itsinis and her ex-partner, and they have done an absolutely phenomenal job. They started their business from an at-home personal training studio and developed their own platform. So very, very cool. Love seeing Aussie startups thrive. Alrighty, next question we've got is, oh, I wonder who's going to know the answer to this. Which of these Australian startups has reached unicorn status with a formal valuation of $1 billion? You guys know your stuff. Absolutely on the money with Canva. That is correct. For anyone who runs their own business, I'm sure you all know and love Canva. It is absolutely an amazing platform. Awesome. All right, let's jump on to our next question. You guys are just killing it here tonight. All righty. Next question. This is a Startup Gippsland question. How many alumni have Startup Gippsland supported through its program so far? 150, 75, 200, or 100? Oh, quite a close split, guys. Yeah, so the correct answer is actually 150. Even more once we have our brand new Scale Up program, which is launching next month. So well done, guys. Alrighty, our next question, drum roll, please. We have another Startup Gippsland question. Let's pop it on the screen for you guys. What year was Startup Gippsland founded? 2020, 2018, 2017, or 2019? Again, quite an even split with votes here, guys. I'll wait one more second while they keep rolling in. So the correct answer, you guys have got it, 17 votes for 2019. That is correct. So this is our 3rd year running our program. Absolutely amazing, guys. All right, on to our next question. We are whizzing through this trivia. That is what I like to see. Oh, I wonder who has been keeping up with the news. Which Australian startup was recently bought by Square for $29 billion? Guys, you have been keeping up. I tell you what, Afterpay is correct. That was absolutely an amazing result for those guys for sure. All right, let's close this out, jump into our next question. We're nearly there, guys. We've only got 3 questions to go. All righty. Oh, this is a good one. I might stump you here, guys. I did come up with these questions. All right, so in Australia, how many companies are founded every single day? Is it 502, 974, 758, or 1,035? Oh, quite an even split again. Some really good guesses coming in. And the correct result for that, guys, is 974. Absolutely phenomenal. Australia represent. Look at us go. So, guys, we just have 2 more questions to go. Remember, our final question, I do have a prize for the person who answers first. Let's pop up our second last question first. So how many companies has startup Facebook acquired over the years? So have they acquired more than 30 companies, more than 50, more than 70, or more than 60? Some good votes rolling in, guys. Love seeing these stats come through. And again, you guys know your startup trivia. Over 70 companies have been acquired by Facebook. Some of the biggest ones we know, obviously, Snapchat, Instagram. They just keep buying and they just keep dominating the world. So look at them go. Well done, guys. So we have 1 more question to go. Now, in this question, I want you to do things a little bit differently. I want you to answer in the chat. So type your answer. The first person to type it out is going to win a $50 gift voucher from us. So I'm going to post this question up. Remember, answer it in the chat, not in the poll. So which of these Gippsland-based startups has over 400 stockists of their product throughout Australia? Gippsland Jersey, Little Bumble, The Biscuit Shop, or Asante? Now let me see who. Yeah, okay, we have a winner. Piyush, I really apologize. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Congratulations. I've seen you all over chat tonight. And you are the winner of a $50 gift card. So I'll send you a message shortly, get your details. Hey, Luke, I'm all done.
Yes.
That was Startup Trivia. I hope you guys had some fun with me.
We certainly did. Good, bad to Zoe, and well done on the quizzing.
Beautiful.
You missed your calling, I think.
Hey, I could still be a game show host. Who knows?
There's still time. There's still time. Thank you very much, Zoe. Cheers. Cheers. And now we're actually going to have some words from the program director for Startup Gippsland. I've really enjoyed working with him both last year in last year's program and then this year as he stepped into the director role. And we're really glad to have him being a big ambassador for the region. He does a lot of this out of love and for innovation and just wanting to grow what is an amazing large region and something close to all our hearts. So thank you very much for making it onto Air Meet, Stephen, and I'll hand it over to you, mate.
I'm not the most techie person around either, Luke. I've jumped between Zoom and here and survived, so I've done all right, haven't I? Yeah, thanks. Hey, good evening, everybody. It's just fantastic. You probably don't realise, but there's over 200 people here tonight enjoying this amazing event. So it's a big call out to you all for making yourself available on a Friday night. My first thing is to say, wow, these people have just done such an amazing job with their pitches tonight. It's just been such just a joy to be part of the journey of watching these people who started with us what seems like only yesterday, but in fact was about 4 months ago. Such diversity of entrepreneurship, community impact, tech, tourism and hospitality, health. So that's Gippsland, folks, and we're just so delighted. I particularly want to call out our own team. We went virtual, then we weren't virtual, then we were virtual. We are living that same kind of journey and the bumps and grinds of COVID as we all are. And as you know, it's not that easy to sometimes pivot into this virtual environment, but I'm just delighted with how the team has made this just look so easy tonight. So our startup team, why are they here? They're locals supporting locals. They have the greatest entrepreneurial spirit and just are so excited about watching other people thrive and doing great things in our community. So I'm just so pleased to have them all here tonight. And let's just call them out. Luke, who you've seen for most of the night, amazing. Zoe, our new game show host, fantastic job in the background as well as being up front as you have. To Sarah Herwood, who's helped us in the early part of the program. Tash and Zoe, the whole works, and James, a fantastic team. They've done such a good job. I want to call out our panel tonight. We've already talked about Commonwealth Bank and Kate. We're just excited. And you'll have seen behind some of the pictures tonight, lovely banners, which the Commonwealth Bank have sponsors. So it's a really great dedication to Kate and Commonwealth Bank's commitment to start up Gippsland once again. And we also have Georgia McDonald with us tonight from LaunchVic, our primary funders and partners for this program. I think Georgia's had fun here tonight and it's been great to have her involved. And of course, Lena, who is the CEO of Gippstech, and you'll hear from Elena shortly. Just a couple more things to call out. These programs are quite complex. They have a lot of moving parts. And I'd really want to call out the experts, the industry experts, the mentors. We've got the most amazing bunch of mentors who just give of their time so generously, and some amazing facilitators. And for the first time, which is really exciting, we've had interns doing market research, helping with tech. We just love having the uni grads as part of what we do here. So that's for me. This is towards the end of the formal part of the program. It's been a delight to be part of the journey. And all I want to say, this is way more than just tech. Thanks, Luke.
Thank you, Stephen. Well said. And it's been a pleasure working with you, man. Now we are going to invite a bit more interaction off the back of the success of our recent quiz. What we're calling for, soon we'll have up on the screen, is all our startups on the screen. And if you're with us, you'll have the opportunity to vote for the People's Choice Award on who you, as the audience, thought was the best startup presentation or best pitch from the founders this evening. So we now have all the startups listed up on the screen, and our quizmaster Zoe is popping the vote functionality in the chat. So yeah, just pop in, nominate who the startups you are that you thought was the best tonight, and go from there. I think we've got some, there's no sort of interactive quiz here. As Zoe said in the chat, just pop it in the chat and we'll eyeball it. It's low tech for this one, but we want to see who is going to win for the People's Choice Award. Perhaps if you're recruited some friends to watch you this evening, they might be putting a lot of your startup's name in the chat. If so, that's a very valid strategy. Hustle is very important as a startup founder, and if you've recruited some people into the audience to vote for you, that's the mark of a good startup founder in my eyes. I see a lot of votes streaming through via the chat functionality. If I didn't know what I was doing, this would be very distracting. But fortunately, we've got myself here to provide the banter, and we've got a crack team of Tick Tech Ninjas now scanning the chat functionality with special eye algorithms. And I think we're getting close to a winner because this startup founder has really pushed themselves to hustle. They've worn their heart on their sleeve. I'm thinking it's going to be, yep, I'm just, my earpiece here. Yeah, I think we're going to call it the winner of the People's Choice Award for Startup Gippsland 2021 is Brooke Lewis of Sisu Society. Well done, Brooke. Well done. I think we could get you up on stage for a quick hello and a thank you. Tech person, yep, I think we can facilitate that. Well done, Brooke. It was a fantastic presentation. Clearly, the people who participated in the chat this evening thought so as well. We're very proud of you, and we think just amazing work there, Brooke. And I don't know if we can get you up. Yep, okay, cool. Just looking at the tech now. So just in case we can't, I just need to give you a sense of what's next. We've got here we go, Brooke.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much for appreciating my hustle on getting literally every single person that I know voting for me. So I just want to say thank you so much. Yeah, you know me. I just want to say thank you so much to the cohort and to everybody who supported me tonight, and also to the program. You guys are the best, and we wouldn't be able to do it without you.
Thank you very much. And thank you to everyone who voted and participated in the People's Choice Award. We're very grateful for that to have happened. We've now got a number of other awards to occur, and I think next up is the Tech Brave Award. And I'm just checking with our crack team of tech people around what we're going to do for this one in terms of who's going to announce the winner. Can I get a signal from the team? Who's going to announce the winner for the Tech Brave Award? It's me. Okay, great. So this award is basically based on who adopted the most tech in the program, who exhibited the most willingness to learn technology and apply it in their startup and embraced tech the best. And with that decision-making criteria in place and explained, the winner of this prize will receive 5 hours of credit with a UX professional and startup Gippsland mentor, David Humphreys, who's been a very popular member of our program and being very generous with donating his time. And the winner of the Gippsland Tech Brave Award is Foodie. So well done to Trace and Paul Gorton of Foodie, very deserving winners. Maybe you can pop up and say some new words.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, everybody. And to the startup team, Startup Gippsland team, that is just amazing. Thank you so much.
It is. What a crew.
Yeah, that's awesome. We are so excited.
Well done, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks, Luke.
Great. The next award is actually our Startup Gippsland Skyrocket Award, and we're going to have someone who was just going to mention actually come up on stage and announce this one. Are you there, David? This one. Are you there, David?
I am. Can everyone see and hear me? I don't know if I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can't. We can hear you. We can't see you.
God knows.
We can hear you. We can't see you.
I've got no idea what's going on. God love technology, right? What is happening? Oh, there you go. There you go. That's better. All right. Good evening, everyone. So the next award is I've got to look at my notes now because I'm well prepared, is the Gippsland Skyrocket Award for the Most Improved Entrepreneur. And the criteria for this one was the person or startup who was the most open to feedback and mentoring, demonstrated proactive behavior and follow through, and has shown the most progress from beginning of the program through to now. And I'm really proud to say that it is the absolutely wonderful Jane Barr of Anchor Forest Therapy. So well done, Jane.
Oh, I'm astonished. Thank you very much. I'm astonished.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you very much, and thank you to everyone who's been so wonderful, who's supportive, encouraging. Someone who has been struggling with tech, I now feel more confident, and I thank everyone, all the mentors and everyone. So it's just, thank you.
It's a great achievement, well done.
Well done, Jane. You're very welcome, and it's been a pleasure watching you just continue punching on and pushing through those tech challenges. We're now on to the next award for the program, and I believe this award is the Startup Gippsland Got Your Back Award, or Got Your Back. And the way we evaluated this one, the criteria for this founder was that we wanted to make sure this founder to win this award was happy and engaged, that they actively supported the cohort and demonstrated a collaborative attitude, and also that they continuously contributed to the program in an encouraging and positive manner. And the winner of this prize will receive credits from HubSpot to the value of $400. And I think after describing that criteria, we all know who's been in the program, who this person would be. And that founder's name is Christine Linghouse of Maths Heroes. Well done, Christine, on winning your award, the Gotcha Back Award.
Thank you. That is so sweet. I've had so much fun. I've learned so much. Thank you. Wow.
You're very welcome, Christine. And I think on behalf of us, that is probably the least amount of words you've said for a thank you and a gratitude. It's testament to your humility. Well done tonight. Well done on the presentation. It's been a pleasure having you. And we just heard from the back room, it's the first time you've been speechless from Stephen. So we're all very proud of you, and congratulations on winning the award. We've got your back. Okay, so we're now going to move on to the final award of the night. And to present this one, I think it's very befitting that we invite the co-founder of Startup Gippsland, Elena Kalareva, to the stage to present this one. She's been with the program since day dot. I remember you pitched me, Lena, on Slack and that email when we looked to start working on this program, and very proud of just being involved and the work you've done to get it to this point. So yeah, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you, Luke. So this was genuinely a quite tough decision in the judges' room. I'll talk a little bit about the criteria we were using for the overall winner for the night. So the presentations were judged on their overall presentation engagement. The potential of the business to scale was a really important factor. Also, how well they understood their target market, and presenting compelling evidence that the business would be able to succeed. So as I said, it was quite a tough decision. We actually ended up having several high contenders to choose from. So we ended up deciding to award 2 honourable mentions in addition to the main prize. So the honourable mentions, one of these goes to a founder who had a really compelling, well-delivered presentation, and definitely has potential to scale and shows a clear, strong existing interest from a target market, which is Iris Gaillard from French's Language Learning. So well done, Iris, for being one of the honourable mentions. The second honourable mention is a founder who's solving a really important problem and has a quite technically complex and unique solution, also with strong potential to scale. So that second honourable mention is John Knight from SolarSync. Well done, John. And finally, the overall winner for tonight. This is also a founder who's solving a really important problem in the world that will make a great difference to many people. This founder has come a really long way since the start of the program. and has taken a business that started off seeming quite unscalable and turned it into something that really has a lot of potential to scale. Also presenting very compelling evidence in terms of the effectiveness and success of this solution. So the overall winner for tonight is Jan Clark from the Bronte Centre, Door 2. Congrats, Jan.
Trying not to cry.
Well done.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's been such an amazing, so amazing seeing the journey you've gone through, and the difference between where you were at the start of the program versus where you are today. Really well done, Jan.
Thank you so much. I'm feeling overwhelmed. This means so much to everyone out there suffering from eating disorders, every family that's going through the lived hell of what it is to support someone with an eating disorder. This is why I do it. This is my life's purpose. I also know I'm an old duck, as David's told me lots of times, and this is about my legacy and handing it on and making sure that it doesn't die with me and it stays there to support other families so that their families don't have to go through what we went through. So I want to say a huge thank you to Startup Gippsland. I came into this tormented. I wanted so desperately to know how to scale this, and I didn't know how. And I found the most amazing people who pushed me to really dig inside myself. Everyone was just incredible, the way you took me aside and asked me the tough questions and asked me to ask myself those tough questions. And instead of going away and giving up, I came back and said, nope, I'm in for the long haul. To the mentors, you were amazing. To the cohort, honestly, the most supportive, incredible people. And I think what really happened there is we all really carried each other through this. And, you know, I had another curveball thrown in the middle where I had to take a month off and have a serious operation, but that just galvanised me around the work that needs to get done. It didn't stop me. To the sponsors of this program, I can't tell you how much I love it. It's been a pure joy, and I would be signing up for the next one, except I need to start chemotherapy in 2 weeks' time, so I can't. But I'm in this forever, and I cannot thank you all enough.
Well done, Jan. It brings tears to my eyes. We're really proud of the journey you've gone on, and yeah, it's testimony to your character that you've just kept trucking on despite some very challenging things around health. So well done on charging on, powering on, and looking to build a legacy. So congrats again. And congrats to all of the founders. It's not easy to put on your pitch hat and deliver in front of an audience. And I think it's even harder to do it in front of a webcam before people live. And you all did outstanding. We're very proud of the work that you've all put in. Some final shout outs. If you liked any of the startups that you saw tonight and need a way to get in touch, feel free to reach out to us on email at hello@startupgippsland.com.au. If you're a hustler, find other ways like the startup founders have. There's LinkedIn and other means as well. And then if you do know a business that's a bit further along and looking to scale up and reach a global audience, the next program is running in September, and we've only got 1 or 2 spots left. And we'd love to be able to support and grow some big businesses out of Gippsland, put them on the global stage. So that Scale Up program is running in September. Get in touch with the team if you know someone or are interested. And otherwise, look, thanks very much. It's been a night. We've been emotional and great to see and hear all the stories and of founders trying to put founders Gippsland on the map. So without further ado, we'll wrap up now, but thank you so much for participating. We've enjoyed doing this, and yeah, let's keep flying the flag for Gippsland. Thank you very much and have a good evening.